also talked about division multiplication.
We have been talking about division and multiplication. This week we've mostly been focusing on quadrilaterals. What are quadrilaterals? Lexi?
Quadrilaterals are shaped with only 4 sides.
With only 4 sides? And what else? Aliana? Angles. 4 sides and 4 angles. And we've been talking about how to classify them. We've talked about 3 different ways to classify them, I think. What are the 3 different categories we can put them in? Arthur?
Count the points.
That's how we can find out what category we go into.
I meant like count the sides.
It's a way to find out what category to go into. Jordan?
Wait, do you mean like what shape or like what shape?
Yeah, sort of. What can we put them in? There's 3 different ones. Can you give me at least one of them?
We can put shape into the category of rectangle.
Of a rectangle. That's one of them. What else? Does anybody else know any of the other ones? Lexi?
A triangle.
Triangle? How many sides does a triangle have?
4.
So is that a quadrilateral? A triangle has how many sides? Triangle.
3.
Yeah, so is that a quadrilateral? No.
Ooh.
What else, Arthur?
Square.
A square is not one of the categories. A square can go in some of the categories. You know. Rhombus. And one more. One more. There's the last one. Lexi?
Is it a rectangle?
Nope, we've already said rectangle. We have rectangle and rhombus. There's one more. Yes, Arthur.
So I think the last one is a square.
A square is not a category.
It has the same thing like a triangle.
What'd I just draw?
Oh.
What did I just draw, Mohammed?
A parallelogram, you're like drawing the lines so that it's a parallelogram.
It's a parallelogram. Why is it a parallelogram? Elijah?
Because when it's not a parallelogram, they would either get farther or go up. But when there are parallelograms, they're going to stay in the same place. They're not going to move. They're just going to go straight. They're going to keep on going where they're going.
Right. There are 2 pairs of parallel lines. It's okay. We all get confused. A square?
Not like a square of a rectangle.
Well, a square is a type of rectangle.
It looks like the same thing.
It does.
So like it keeps saying square and I'm trying to go.
It's okay. So I want you guys to get onto Nearpod. You go to Miss Towsley's out.
No! I forgot Nearpod was actually
It's the brain.
What's the
Oh,
code?
what's the code?
Give her a second. She can't do it.
The code will pop up on the screen
Oh,
whenever it pops up.
I see it.
Once you're on, go ahead and type in the code.
Oh.
it's right there.
EVP IZ. owl. The owl.
What are you
This
doing?
is Miss Towsley. Yep.
be able to see your screen.
Let's wait patiently for the rest of our friends to get on.
You said B and I thought it was E. D. Where's the Z?
Try logging out and getting back on. Try getting back.
Got it.
Sort of. Give me a thumbs up when you are on. It should be a page that looks like this. It says quadrilaterals. We just have a couple more friends. Go ahead and put your thumbs down. A couple more friends that need to get on. That's not what I meant. Jay Michael, thank you for helping. Go ahead and put your phone down. It's on. Or Mohammed. Go ahead and put your phone down. I think there's just one or two more friends that we're waiting on. This is popping up different. Anyways, here you have right there. The brain. Put it in the coat. No, you can put it down now. Unless everybody's on, we're getting ready to move on. I think so.
Did we put our last name on top or?
No, your first name goes on top.
That's right.
Class, class.
Yes.
We need to stay focused.
I want to change to make my name with a different name or something.
Ready? So it's a fun and competitive way for students to review quadrilaterals. You're going to race to the top of the mountain by answering the following questions quickly and accurately. So, there's like three options. The mountains, a space one, or underwater.
Underwater.
Hang on.
It's not coming up on my computer.
Wait. If you want to do the Himalayan mountain one, raise your hand. If you want to do space, raise your hand. If you want to do underwater, raise your hand.
Aww.
Space has the most. I'm doing space.
Wait.
It's going to give you an option to choose your character. There's more options to choose arrows.
I love it.
Class.
Yes, yes.
Let's focus back up, please. We're gonna start. How many sides does a parallelogram have? You'll enter on your own computers. How many pairs of parallel lines are found in the parallelogram?
You just said the answer.
Which shape is not a parallelogram? Which two quadrilaterals only have right angles?
Can you tell me?
You have squares and parallelograms, trapezoids and rectangles,
Keep on yelling out.
parallelograms and trapezoids, or squares and rectangles. All sides of a square are equal. If one side is 8 centimeters, then how long are the other sides? All sides of a square are the same length. So if one side is 8 centimeters,
I know this one. I know it.
I'm not gonna say that loud.
which is most likely to be shaped like a quadrilateral? A piece of paper, a leaf, a playground ball, or a clock? Think about what a quadrilateral looks like. Are all squares rectangles?
That's easy.
Yes or no? Are all squares rectangles? Last question. Are all rectangles squares? Yes or no? Are all rectangles squares?
got first.
Class!
Yes!
Bring it back in. Thank you. So that means Yusuf was answering the fastest, and he got them all right.
Whoa, I got one.
It also took how long you took to answer the question.
Yeah, I do that.
I was
I didn't realize
This will
that.
be a good practice.
I realized that on the first question that it was like I had
I'm
fast
6th
to
place.
answer.
Again. Wait, who's last place?
We're not doing it again because it'll be just the same exact questions.
What's it again? What's everyone forget?
We are going to do a different Nearpod activity.
Like this.
It's not like this. It's not a game.
Really a quiz?
So you need to go back.
This is boring. We didn't even do anything. How is it boring?
We could do an assessment, a test.
No.
Well, I mean, okay. We don't have to.
Tests are my worst enemies.
We're going to review some more quadrilaterals. What are quadrilaterals? We've already gone over it. We just did it. We just took a test on it, Aliana. Shape that has 4 sides and 4 angles. Go ahead and put in the new code.
Oops.
Is it not loading? There you go. Put in your name. Grab them there. It should say what are quadrilaterals?
Yeah. Please don't be a. What? Please don't be a.
Well, this is not a test. There is a test.
Please no, it's not.
No. This is not a test.
Are we gonna be?
What?
It's away.
Class.
Yes.
Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you're on the new one. We need to pause for a second and take a restroom break. And then when we get back, we'll get back to this. Quietly push in your chairs and line up for our restroom break.
1, 2, 3, 4, time to run. Arms at the sides, voices off.
Jay, Michael, come in. Anyone else in the restroom? Okay, let's focus back up. Get back into our Nearpod lesson. What are quadrilaterals, and where do we find these shapes in the real world? we're going to understand what quadrilaterals are, practice identifying and drawing these types of shapes, and connect quadrilaterals to real-world problems. What does it mean to connect quadrilaterals to real-world problems? What are we going to be doing for that? Yuna?
We're going to define quadrilaterals.
Quadrilaterals in the real world.
Yeah.
What it does.
Let's get started. What are quadrilaterals? We've seen some real world examples. We've played our game. What are quadrilaterals? Write your best definition. We've said it several times. Yes.
People back up the code, but they kick me out.
I can.
And it's on board.
I didn't know.
I didn't have it up yet. Are you back in? Make sure you hit submit on your answer when you are done.
You would need to press edit answer too.
Wait.
Waiting on a few more people. I'll put that up so you can't see everybody else's answers. Jim Michael, step forward, please. Before you fall
I
backwards.
did like
Step forward before you fall backwards. Thank you. It's asking what is a quadrilateral? What have we been talking about for the past couple days? Just do your best. Write your best definition. Quadrilaterals are shapes with four sides. A quadrilateral is a shape that has four sides and four angles. Four sides with two booths. Four sides and angles. Four sides for corners. Four sides, four angles, four sides, four points. I think he means like the corners.
I don't know.
Read my home, I opened it.
Quadrilaterals are shapes with four sides. It can be any shape with four sides. If it has four sides and four angles, it is a quadrilateral. Many other quadrilaterals are shapes with four sides and four angles. So a quadrilateral is a shape with four sides angles.
That's what my first sentence says.
That is.
That's what my first sentence says.
Well, except for
In this lesson, we'll learn about quadrilaterals. We will identify these shapes as well as learn to draw them. Learning about quadrilaterals will help us recognize and differentiate between shapes we see in the world around us. A quadrilateral is a four-sided shape. Are all of these examples of quadrilaterals?
Yes.
Why? Why, Una?
Because they have 4 sides and 4 angles.
4 sides, 4 angles. Very important to remember. If it helps you, the prefix quad means 4.
quad. And then
So quad means 4.
in
I know
Latin.
But I know what
So when thinking of quadrilateral,
I know
quad should make you think of 4. Yes,
I know what lateral means.
what does lateral mean?
Sides.
Maybe. In English? So quad means 4. Say that with me.
Quad means 4.
If you can remember that, when you read quadrilateral, you should instantly think, oh, 4. You know, it's 4 sides, 4 angles. Yes.
It's like 8 times quad.
Wait, what?
8 times 4, because he said 8 times
8 times quad.
quad. And quad 4.
Quadrilaterals are any shape with 4 sides. Squares and rectangles are common types of quadrilaterals. You probably have heard of. They're not the only kind. So we've talked about rectangles, parallelograms, rhombuses, and squares. We haven't really talked about trapezoids. Well, based on the picture of a trapezoid, what do you think it is? This one right here is a trapezoid.
It's like a house. Like a very
Very dented house.
Or the room.
Almost like a triangle. But instead of coming to a point, it has a line at the top.
So kind of basically parallelogram.
But they had them.
Yes.
Since they had them into parallelogram, I mean quadrilateral, they just cut off the top of it so it would make like 4 sides instead of.
Yeah. Yes, Una.
It's not like a tower, but instead they cut.
Yeah.
It's like a triangle.
Yes, I care.
It's like a rectangle, but like a carpet. Because look, it's flat on your screen.
Yeah, it is flat. There are 2-dimensional shapes. What does it mean if they're 2-dimensional shapes? Can you know that one?
I think I know.
Elijah?
Wait, what word?
2-dimensional.
I want to say like it's just like flat.
Flat. Yeah.
It looks good.
Hey, come over here. Please check your volume.
Okay.
So look closely at these shapes. What is the same? What is different about them? What's the same and what's different?
Okay.
There should be one thing that's very much the same. Yes.
Like some of them are.
That's cute.
How they will type it.
Yes.
Some of them are like quadrilaterals.
Some of them are quadrilaterals.
I guess. Oh yeah. Oh. I don't know.
So what's the same and what's different about these shapes? Type in your answer.
What the heck?
Well, you know
forgot how you spell quadrilaterals.
Oh man. It's okay, you don't have to be perfect, just type it up the best you can.
Oh, I forgot to you.
J. Michael, chair, mask. Thank you. I'm seeing a lot of what's the same about them. Don't forget to put what is different. What do you notice that's different about them?
I don't know if I spell it right,
I want you guys to have your answers in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
I was gonna add it. I should have said something.
4, 3, 2, 1. They're all quadrilaterals. They're different because they're not the same shape.
Mine's like a pear.
That's true. Let's look at
Who is humming?
let's look at these shapes real quick. They are all quadrilaterals. And since they're all quadrilaterals, that means they each have what?
Four sides,
Four angles. Four sides and four angles.
Four sides and four angles. So that's something that you could have said is the same. What's different? Soraya, what's something that's different about them?
Who is humming?
What's different about them, Lexi?
They're all not the same shape.
So they're not all the same shape. We have a rectangle, square, a rectangle, some diamond shapes, and a trapezoid.
Round.
So they're not all the same shape. What else is different about them? Class. The extra chatter and the humming. Please stop it.
She said stop.
So, if we said that they're all quadrilaterals and they all have the same number of sides and angles, could we also look at the sides and angles to tell what's different? Una?
Yes, because the second one, that one. If you draw the lines to connect it, it will connect at the top, so it's not parallelogram.
So this one doesn't have parallel lines. What else? What else is different, Jordan? Yeah, some have straight lines, some have diagonal lines. What else? Elijah M?
One line is bigger and then one line is smaller.
So they're not all equal lengths. What else, Marvin?
And some have all just like diagonal shapes, like the rhombus. It's all
Yeah.
just a diagonal shape.
What does that do to our angles? What are these angles called?
A square quarter.
Una?
Yes.
What about these ones?
Some of them have square corners, but not all of them.
Yeah, that would be a square corner. This one kind of goes in. So that's another difference you could have said. You want to look at other things. That's how we'll be able to classify them. Look around the room you're in. Do you see any quadrilaterals?
No.
Type one in. So you want to look around the room and tell me if you see a quadrilateral. And tell me what it is. I'm hoping this will be easy because I see tons of quadrilaterals in this room.
Does your computer count as like closed or does it mind you? I did
You
7.
just say just the screen.
Is it the big?
The cubbies are quadrilaterals because they're the same length and it has 4 sides.
That's a lot. How many?
No, a rectangle. What's a rectangle in here? The screen is a rectangle. What else, Una?
The door is a rectangle.
The door is a quadrilateral. In gray. What's a rectangle or a quadrilateral? The ELA boards, the computers. Aliana, the flag. What else? The whole room? Ooh, is our whole room a quadrilateral?
No. Because it's slanted, so yeah, it's slanted.
Because the area by our door has more angles. Every corner is another angle. So because it jots out like that, it's not a quadrilateral. Yep, if it was a perfect rectangle, it would be. Yes? Paper? Paper is definitely a quadrilateral.
Can you check mine?
How many did you put, Arthur? Board, a cube.
I put like
So your math folder,
2, 3, 4. I just submitted
Yeah.
mine.
why are all these things quadrilaterals? We're going to repeat this over and over and over again. Lexi, why are all these things quadrilaterals?
Because they have 4 sides and 4.
Not the same length, 4 sides, yes.
I submitted mine.
But on a quadrilateral, not every side is the same length. Like on our trapezoid.
Like a rectangle.
And a rectangle. Una?
It's 4 sides and 4 angles.
4 sides, 4 angles.
Really just that one.
We're going to move on in 5, 4,
I could have
Three.
of them.
2, 1.
There's a show.
Brainstorm some shapes that are not quadrilaterals. Think of a shape that's not a quadrilateral. A diamond is a quadrilateral.
A square?
Is a square a quadrilateral?
What just happened?
We want a shape that is not.
I mean, I can by the way. I know I have to answer the limit.
I'm seeing a lot of triangles.
Right. Look at that.
Mine's being glitchy.
Mine's pizza.
You wait until you see mine.
Look
I
at
see a lot of you already making real world connections.
Look at mine. Okay, my camera will fall off.
So this is definitely has more than 4 angles and 4 sides.
This is scope size. Look at mine.
Why did you scribble it?
I'm trying to get down, but it's not a period.
You don't need a one.
You see mine? You see mine?
Another piece of pizza.
What
What shape is the pizza?
A triangle.
A triangle.
Why is it not a quadrilateral?
Oh, that's what you
Jordan, why is it not a quadrilateral?
It's not a quadrilateral because it does not have 4 sides or 4 angles.
Because it does not have 4 sides or 4 corners. Angles. Angles. Class.
Yes.
We're moving on.
No.
1,
Yeah, you didn't even turn mine in.
4,
Okay, look at mine. Look at mine.
3,
I got mine today.
2,
We're done.
1. So the most popular shapes were triangles and circles. Definitely not quadrilaterals.
I tried to make mine red, so it's like a real fun size, but I just went over the world that I didn't have enough